Just off the shores of Lake Erie, we are at First Energy Stadium in a city aptly named after its founder, Moses Cleveland, way back in 1796. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Cleveland Browns. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here's a six-year man, Austin Eckler, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12. Herbert. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And they work this well upfield across the 45. On first and 10, Herbert. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
And we're going to see this offense try and spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside third of the field, especially against man coverage. At that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
To throw once more on second and 10. Herbert. That's into the hands of Eckler. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. To the air again, Herbert. He's got a man. That's Keenan Allen. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 39. The Chargers' passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Going back to Allen. He's got him again. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his 3rd completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And the top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc.
Herbert throwing again. Oh! The center of the field, but it's incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10. In motion left here, one of their tight ends. To throw again on second down. Herbert got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. And how about this first drive? They're being aggressive, slinging it around.
Really confident, too, because they're not trying to fool them with running plays, throwing it, and they're being very successful right now.
3rd and 2, Herbert. Through the crowd and intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. Well, that is a clear lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ballgame.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football, but at the same time you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. Austin Johnson, the one who makes the stop defensively. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape, because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Big yardage there for the Browns, 18.
David Njoku got a huge vote of confidence from the Cleveland Browns when they named him their franchise player this past offseason. That has a lot of people expecting a long-awaited, big-time breakout from the 6-year tight end, and he comes through with a 1st down catch on that previous play.
And he'll get this down only to the 18. Kenneth Murray, the linebacker, there to make the play defensively.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Watson hooking up with Cooper there for the Cleveland first.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
They'll run with Chubb, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Browns take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive? And a loose football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. And they put it on the ground here on the 2nd drive. And, of course, Charles, that follows drive number 1 where they had the INT.
Makes you wonder what's going on with this team, because a lot of times we can attribute it to nerves, but maybe it's a lack of focus. Maybe it is the preparation for the game. Maybe they just...
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Another try after the 1st down sack. Watson. He's got his receiver, Cooper. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. On 2nd and goal, Watson. Forced out to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Way back at the 17 now after the loss. It's 3rd and goal. Watson now to throw. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. 11 yards, but still not enough. 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
York able to send this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
The Charger drive about to get going. And job 1 here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. From the 29, Herbert. He'll get this to Eckler. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack. He seemed to have a reasonable amount of time in the pocket, but he couldn't get rid of the football, and the end result, Charles, him on the ground.
Yeah, he's got to keep an internal clock to go along with his offensive line. When you're talking about 3, 4, 5 seconds, that's a reasonable amount of time to expect to deliver the ball downfield. So great to try and complete a pass, but it's equally important to know when to throw the football away, too.
Rashawn Slater, 1st-round pick in 2021, guilty there. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Here's Herbert. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a 1st down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a 2-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott set to do the punting honors. And this will be touchdown inside the 20. They'll spot it at the 18-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. After the sack on 1st down, Watson. And that is taken in by Njoku. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice game.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. The former number 3 pick, Joey Bosa, bringing the lumber that time. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Watson. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
3rd and long. It's Watson. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop.
Well, he got what he could there, just trying to move forward and gain a little bit of yardage and create some space. You know the pressure is going to be tough defensively.
On 2nd and 9, Herbert. Got his man, it's Williams. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. Quick slant complete to Keenan Allen. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. Justin Herbert looking to pass. He finds his target, Allen. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Herbert on 1st down now. Pressure comes and down he goes. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the 1st half. Throwing on 2nd and long. Herbert. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And the Browns will take over possession here up at the 44.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the 1st half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the 1st half.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. So we have reached halftime here in Cleveland with the Browns on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. The Browns are going to get the 2nd half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Chubb on the counter. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They run it again with Chubb. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Now Chubb running right, and he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Watson. Buying time, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It's Khalil Mack that time, shooting in there to get him to the ground.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And the Chargers are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. So that, Charles, may be the play that this defense has been looking for.
They've hung in there, and if they lose this game, it won't be from a lack of effort on their part. The key question is, can the offense finally do something, because we're into the 3rd quarter, and a 0 is still glowing on the scoreboard.
The Charger drive about to get going. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Here's Herbert. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Anthony Walker. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. One side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks them right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
Watson's throw taken in by Cooper here. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that'll bring up a 2nd down and just a couple. And Chubb will try the middle here. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. They run again on 1st down, Chubb. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Here's Watson. And he's going to go down, sacked right around the 17. Way back at the 17 now after the loss. It's 3rd and goal. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now Watson on 3rd and goal. Throwing right, and that's complete. That time 12 yards on the pass play, but still shy of where they needed to go. 4th and goal. Cade York on now for the field goal from the right hash, and this one just a chipping. York able to send this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So they got the turnover started with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. The goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And, boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side.
Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10 at the 40. Herbert. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And they're going to get this up to midfield. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Herbert now. That's going to be complete to his tight end Everett. And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. We have played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. In motion left goes a tight end. 1st down, and they stick with Eckler. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Play action. It's Herbert. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to it.
Remember, throughout my career here, defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. But they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Caught by Allen. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Fourth down for Herbert. Desperation time. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And this Browns defense stands tall. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw, Watson. Going out wide, finds Chubb. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. And this offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And again, it's Chubb. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on first down.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we're talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, that's where this Cleveland crowd, the dog pound in particular, make it difficult on opposing offenses. It looked like they might have had troubles communicating at the line, and it leads to the incompletion.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Herbert. And that one complete downfield to Allen. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. On 4th down, Herbert. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. It's caught inside the 25.
And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
Herbert going to throw. Being chased out left. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart.
And the Browns are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. They were looking for a little spark and some breathing room. They got it right there, a gain of 14 and a first down. They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. And Watson's going to throw it here. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. He's got room past the 30. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down. They give to Chubb out of the gun. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
From the 39-yard line, here comes second down at 6. They go up the middle with Chubb. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. From the gun, here's Watson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. The Browns send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. Now on the return, oh no, the ball is loose. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
All right, zero rooting interest in it, but that would hurt.
Well, yeah, you're losing in the 4th quarter. A bad time for a fumble on a punt return.
They had an opportunity. All right, they were sensing. They're down on the scoreboard, and now they just gave that one up.
Down to a knee goes Watson, and that should just about do it for this ball game. Certainly not the highest of scoring games, Charles. Their offense did some okay things, not a lot of points on the board, but enough for the win with how their defense was